it's Abby J here, and today's video is a little bit different, and I'm beyond excited to share with you a principle that I've used, that I teach to my coaching clients, that will make a big difference in your life. Are you ready for it? It's called the StopLight principle, and it is going to help you with decision fatigue. Because if you've never heard of decision fatigue, I 100% know you've experienced it. Think about it. It's those days when you've been running around and you've been doing all these things and you get to bed at the end of the day and you're just like, I am so exhausted and I'm so tired and I'm so fatigued and stressed out. Like, what happened? And you think over your day, and as you contemplate it, you're like, well, I actually didn't do anything more or less than I do on a regular day. So why is today so exhausting? My friend, that is decision fatigue, when you are so mentally exhausted. And our mental exertion, our mental creativity, our ability to make decisions is one of our most valuable commodities. So I'm going to teach you how to save that, how to bottle that up and use it for decisions that matter the most with this StopLight method. So let's talk about decision fatigue. So first, I have got to teach you about my StopLight method and how this is radically going to change how you view decisions and how you make decisions on an every single day level. So what is it? Okay, you're driving in your car. You're picturing this with me right now, okay? You're driving in your car and you come to an intersection and of course you see a stoplight. And without even thinking, your brain tells you, oh, green, go. Don't take your foot off the pedal, just keep going, right? Oh, yellow, caution, a change is coming. I need to slow down, right? And red, of course, we take our foot off of the gas and we start to like slowly approach this light, and we mentally are making these decisions in an instant because we have been trained that when we look at a stoplight, we're looking for three things: decisions that are green, that are no-brainers, instant yeses, things that we want to do, things that are good. They're green, right? We go for them and we don't even think about it. There's decisions that are yellow, which I like to think of, instead of like cautious, proceed with caution, more of a, hey, a change is coming, good or bad. So that's our yellow decisions, right? Those are going to require a little bit more time. Those are going to require some pondering, some thinking about, is this green? Is this red? What does it look like if it's red? What does it look like and mean if it's green, right? Those are yellow decisions. And finally, red decisions. These are no. These are things that we don't want to do, things that aren't going to work, or things that honestly just are not aligned to what you're thinking for that day, that year, or even your life. So with those three decision categories of decisions in mind, you can base off all of your decisions and help ease decision fatigue. Let me teach you how. So to use the StopLight method, you can use it on any single decision that you face in your life. From should I go to the grocery store today to who should I marry? Should I go to college? Should I change careers? It works with the StopLight method. So what you're gonna do is, when you're faced with a decision of, am I gonna go to the grocery store today? You just go right off of your gut. Just like when you're approaching a light, we don't think about it. Your gut is gonna tell you, oh, yes, today's a good day, green, right? Or it might tell you, no, that's a red. Okay, so what do you do with that knowledge? Well, in the StopLight method, you act on that first impression always and just go for it. And if something in your mind is dubbed a green, then you go for it and you do not doubt that decision. So in my example of saying, hey, should I go to the grocery store today? I don't know about you, I have those thoughts all the time, like little things of just like, oh, should I go do this? Is today a good day for this? Should I send that email, right? Those kind of decisions, they hit our brain, and instantly our gut is gonna give us a reading. And some are super clear and some are more of like a seesaw, right? Where it's like, oh, this is leaning to the green and this is leaning to the red. I want you to just, now we categorize them and say, if it's leaning to the red or if it's leaning to the green, it just goes in that bucket, okay? And so a decision like, oh, well, thought pops in my head first. We have the thought, should I go to the grocery store today? Or I need groceries. And my brain is automatically gonna tell me like, no, red, like today's not gonna work, right? But we as human beings, we look at that and say, well, why is it not gonna work? Actually, maybe I could squeeze it in between, this lesson and this appointment that I have. Maybe I could go to the grocery store then, or I don't know, do I really need groceries? Probably not. I probably have stuff in the freezer, right? And we just go on this mental loop after another. And before we know it, we still don't go to the grocery store because it was an instant red decision for us that day, but we've spent maybe 30 minutes mulling over, and you're like, no, Abby, I do not spend 30 minutes thinking if I'm going to go to the grocery store today or not. I challenge you on that because it's a minute when we first have the thought. It's 2 minutes when we talk to our spouse or our family members about like, hey, do we need groceries? Or, well, maybe I should go. I don't know. Right? It's 5 minutes here. It's 30 seconds of your thought here. It adds up and it is causing decision fatigue. And so that's my challenge for you, is to start to categorize your thoughts. That is step one of using this StopLight method. Once you've categorized your thoughts, I want you to commit to yourself and just try this for 1 week. Be super strict on this for 1 week, and then you can tweak it, right? But give it an honest, fair shot of sticking to that decision. So if my decision is to not go to the grocery store, I'm going to stick to that decision. Now, people freak out about this, and I just want to remind you that that doesn't mean that I can't go to the grocery store tomorrow or that I can't go to the grocery store later, right? When we make these split-second decisions, we need to stick to it and put it away in our brain and know that, guess what, I'm not going to touch that, and I can think about that later, but for today I've decided it's a red. Or you know what, today I've decided it's a green and I'm going to make it happen. When we do that, we give our brain permission to stop worrying about it. And that's what decision fatigue is, like a huge part of it. It's just worrying, mulling it over. Did I make the right choice? Did I make the wrong choice? Should I have gone to that party? Should I not have gone? Oh, it was so silly that I did. Stick to your decision and own it when it comes to red and green decisions. Now, yellow, these kind of thoughts or decisions that require our time and our thinking and maybe other people to chime in, those deserve some time and some consideration, and you know what those are for you. But when it comes to red and green, categorize them fast, go with your gut. The first instinct is usually right and usually what you want to do, and then stick to that decision. Try it strictly for a week and see what happens. Now, I want to throw in here like a little wisdom nugget that I learned this, and it has changed my life. So if you are somebody like me who really struggles with telling people no, or really feels like I should be obligated to do these things because it'd be good to do these things, but I really don't want to, right? And we just go back and forth between red and green decisions, and we make green decisions red, and we make red decisions green. Here's all you have to tell yourself from now on. If it's not a heck yes, it's a heck no. And I love that. It has changed how I view things because I used to see the world as very gray and like, I don't know, is it right or wrong to do this? Is there a better time to do this? And I'm realizing that if my whole body and soul and heart's not like, yes, go for this goal or go for this decision or yeah, that works great, it's a no. And it's a strong no. So much of our life, so much of our decision-making power is wasted in the yellow section on problems that are really a red or a green. And they shouldn't be in the yellow section. The yellow section should be very I think of respected. It's hard to get in the yellow section. We make too many of our everyday decisions big I can't even talk today. Big decisions that they don't have to be. So try to avoid putting too many decisions that you have to make in the day into the yellow box, because truly in a week, how many decisions are you facing that do require time and research and pondering and talking to somebody that you trust? I don't know, maybe one for me. I'm just talking me personally, maybe like 1. Maybe at your stage of life it's more than that, but I would challenge you to get the excess out of the yellow and make life a little bit more black and white, or in this example, red and green. Okay, we've talked a lot about the red and the green category, so what do you do about the yellow? Well, any decision that you dub as yellow should be a decision that you sit down and think about. These are decisions that potentially could change your life. And so I don't say that very lightly. And like I just mentioned, you're not gonna have a lot of yellow decisions. I would challenge you this week as you try this StopLight method to really evaluate and ask yourself, is this really a yellow decision? Too many people, especially you babes out there, us women, we just feel like we always need to do the right thing, and there's like moral obligations in everything we do. Sometimes there's not. Sometimes it's just a no because we feel like saying no. And sometimes it's a yes because it just happens to work. Don't make everything, so life-altering or so life-changing. And if you put a thought or a decision in a category, stick to it. I know I've mentioned that before, but stick to it, and it's really gonna make a big difference. And as you use this and as you practice this, you're gonna realize that your yellow category is not very full very often. So the StopLight method on preventing decision fatigue, super simple, super straightforward, super life-changing. I am not joking. I hope that you can take this challenge for the week and just mentally ask yourself, what does this look like on a daily level? This looks like me, walking into a room, seeing my little baby and saying to myself, oh, like I should go on a walk today, and going, green decision. Yep, I'm gonna do that at 10. Done. We'll go on a walk, right? Or it's walking in and saying, nope, that's just not gonna work today, and I'm not gonna worry about it because it's a red decision. I've already decided no. It's off my radar. I'm not gonna worry about it. Now, people start to freak. They start to give me comments about this. They start to really struggle to wrap their head around this. They say, but Abby, what if something comes up? What if something changes? What if, I made the wrong choice and something was a green when it was supposed to be a red? Guess what? That becomes a new thought. It becomes a new decision. So when your plans change and 10 o'clock rolls around and my baby's napping, my green decision of going on a walk at 10 suddenly becomes a red because it's a new decision now. It's not the same decision of, oh, should I go on a walk? Now it's a decision of should I wake my baby up? Which is always a red, a red decision, right? So don't get yourself too worked up into this. Don't get too distracted by the details of this, and just think to yourself, new decision, new category. New thought, it goes into these. And once I've had that thought, it's gone, right? We don't get to pick these thoughts back up. So that's really helpful of not worrying about it, not having that fatigue about it, but also realizing I can have new thoughts, I can have new decisions that pop up because new possibilities pop up. So I hope that helps you. I hope that takes away some of the anxiety of oh man, what if I put it in the wrong category? You really can't. This is your life. You can try it out. It's gonna feel weird the first couple of days, but it's gonna make all the difference. So is that a crazy enough method? Seriously, I wish I could come through the screen and shake you. I want you to try this. I want you to give it, honestly, 1 week of just trying this, and I think you will be blown away at how much more energy that you have, how much more clarity that you have in your life, and how much just headspace. Have you ever felt like you just don't even have room in your head to think about one more thing or make one more decision? This is gonna help with that. This is gonna help prevent decision fatigue. Try it out. Leave me a comment. What do you think about this? Do you have questions about the StopLight method? Put it below. Please give me a thumbs up, and I hope you subscribe to my channel so you can get more tips on personal development and more little methods that you can use every single day to better your life. So thank you for watching. I hope you try the StopLight method, and I can't wait to hear how it goes. Abby J out.